Hey guys, so it's 7:20 in the morning. I'm making my way to pick up the cameraman, and today's the day that we're visiting the Potbelly brewery in Kettering. Potbelly brewery.
Right then, traditionally, all beers are brewed, or bitters are brewed at 65 degrees. Okay? So, we don't want to change that, so we need to match in at 65 degrees. Alright, and to get that 65 degrees, there's your recipe, I've already done it. Okay? Okay, all mixed together, so there's not just Marisotta in there, Marisotta, torrefied wheat, okay, all mixed together. The only other thing I've added to that is something called DWB. What DWB does is more water into personal transport. It's called personalising there. Okay, it's like if you live in Ireland, okay, if you want a pint of Guinness, it comes out the Liffey, supposedly. Guinness here, tastes nothing like it. You want a decent real ale, burnt on tramp water. So all breweries burtonise their water. Okay, by a little tiny white substance that looks like that. Okay, It's called DWB. You sprinkle a little bit at the top of each one of them. It looks like that. That's what it is. Alright. So, we take the temperature of this, okay, and approach. And the temperature of that determines how hot the temperature of the water is going to be to make it 65 degrees when we mash it in. That's just through knowledge. Okay? Is 17.3. That'll do. Okay. So got a recipe sheet for you, okay, with all the relevant information on as we go along. What grain you've used, what hops we're using, the tick that we put the DWB in, okay. And now we write on this top, grist temperature, 17.4 degrees, okay? So through that, to be 65 degrees, I know that that copper has got to be 74 degrees, all right? So, wait 1 minute. Let that get 74 degrees, and then we can start. NC means master, alright? This is a massive kettle, alright? But most people call it, well, they call it anything you want, but you just called it...
Do you boil and do the strike water in the same kettle?
Yes, yes. Okay? We call it a PC.
Yeah.
Because a PC is a copper, alright? We call that copper. Alright? So that's why we call it PC. Now, the only other thing that we use is a liquid called AMS. Okay? It's got nutrients in it, mainly sulfuric acid. What I'm doing is, I'm adding 1 litre to 3,000 litres of water to bring the pH level up to when I'm sparging later, it helps extract all the sugars and starch out of that grain that I need. Okay? We have got to get a predetermined amount of water from there into there, mixed with all that grain. So when we finish, all that grain is inside there, mixed with water about here at 65 degrees.
How much water are you using for the mash?
About 620, 630 litres. I'll tell you exactly. 662.
662 litres mash water.
662 litres of mash water. Have you been? Oh, I have, yes.
Kind of puts your home brewing into perspective, doesn't it?
Right, what's happening now is, so we've... He's up that up now, okay? That's at 74 degrees. Alright?
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, we don't want to go straight into there as cold, so now we warm the plates up by using X amount of water. Okay, so just warm the plates up there. Okay, we'll turn this on. Now, because we're only small, we've got a separate tank around the back, hot liquor tank, that we use just for holding the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the excess water we will pump through into the hot liquor tank. I need one up there, taking temperatures, and stirring. Need one on here, stirring, and we need one here, tipping in grain into here. Okay? You got there, yeah? Yeah, you got there. This. Okay. What I'm doing now is just filling up the void between the bottom of this and the plate, so it doesn't go in dry. Okay, it just leaves a nice layer for it to go into, not dry. Alright? So, we can start doing this. Because we've mixed all this together, all different kinds of grain, obviously if we just did that right to the end, if we did something like Beijing black or something, it'd be a mixture of chocolate malt and crystal and everything, and then we went and done this brew, for instance, or Crazy Days, which is really light and golden, I'd have chocolate and brown malt going everywhere. So that back there, yeah, is just Marisotta only, that's in every single brew. Alright, so when we finished, it's included in the recipe, so what's left on this pipe to go in with the next brew is just that Marisotta. If you see what I mean, yeah? So we flush, it's called the flush back, so we flush all the stuff out. Alright, so now what I need to do is get 444 ml of water, 600 odd litres, through here, down here, into here, at porridge oat consistency. Okay? Not too sloppy, not too dry. Okay? Just nice. Alright? What? Right, okay. Right, if you can have a look, and down there comes this. Yeah? Like that. Alright? I will get this, like this. Okay? And we will we'll put this in there for the temperature, like that, for a bit. Alright? Then, obviously, we've got to go in here like this. We need to start moving it around. Smells lovely, eh? Eh? Just like that. Yeah. welded together and knocked me back. I went from not being able to walk hardly to flinging barrels willy-nilly. Never felt footwood, and I've footwood, never felt it since. Are you sure? I'll get a quick hold on. See, we're used to it.
One massive mash. I've got to say, in terms of the aromas coming off compared to brewing at home, that is intense. That is absolutely beautiful.
The more hops you put in, the thicker it seems to go, for some strange reason. Now, when we brew Belgian black, because it's a mild, all milds are brewed at 67, because we want it to be thinner than bitter. Okay, bitter brewed 65, 67. So it makes it more sort of substantial when it's going into stir. This has been a lot this morning, to be honest. This. Saying that though, I mean, we might have used way too much water, but no, okay.
If I leave that there like that and then stir.
Now, there'd be a mountain of sort of dry grain that you have to stir in as you make big massive lumps. And you go like in Spain and you can feel like bricks going through it. But this is easy. I'm 9 o'clock started, so I'll say you said 25 minutes and it's, look, we're only, believe it or not, we've been going 12 minutes.
Is that it?
That's all we've been doing it. Now it seems a long time, doesn't it? But we've only been doing it 12 minutes. It started at 9 o'clock. And we are up to here without the cranes left. So we've still got all that to go. And we are probably that much water left, which equates to probably, I don't know, 100, 120 litres left. So when it gets nearer, I'll start to turn this down a bit to make sure that we get the right amount of water to the right amount of grain. Okay, so this is where we need to look at it. We can adjust the temperature now. We've done the temperature right at the beginning. If it's wrong now, it's wrong. Okay? So that's where it's crucial to get the temperature of that right and the temperature of that right to make 65 degrees. After there's probably 12 inches of grain in there, you've got that another foot of grain to get the temperature right, by hot water, more to get it hotter, less to get it colder, and then after that, that's it. You're not going to be able to change it, so you've got to get it right, otherwise go. If it's too cold, you will not get, it will not extract the amount of starch and sugars I need out of these kernels. They will not open and I won't get, and then I can't turn that to alcohol later on in the process. If it's too hot, I'm going to strip it of everything and then we're going to have light with beer later. So, done. We look in there to see how we got on, and I think you'll find that's about spot on.
Job well done.
Wow.
Job's good. Now all we need to do is make sure we're at 65 degrees. Okay? Like I say, it's just, you know, when you brew 3 times a week, every week for the past 5 years, or whatever it is, just comes second nature that it's, you get it. You know what I mean? It's not.
The temperature of the grain is that bit. You know, depending on what it is.
What it is over there, I can tweak it, yeah. And if you ever go there, there we are, 65 degrees, spot on with the water. Good. This is a spar jam that goes on the top. So obviously we'll be spraying water into here. It'll jet through here, spin around rapidly, okay? It's sparge to the top of the grain, okay? What that's doing is it's flushing out all the goodness that's in that grain through the bottom. When this is empty, you'll see there's some plates on the bottom that save all the grain, and all the goodness all runs through there, which is an underback, which we start to set the gravity from, and then we pump it back. But that will all become apparent. So we put this on here. Put that on there. When we leave that to do its job. For an hour. Okay? We're going to give all that liquid in there now an hour to soak in them grains, open up all the kernels and extract everything out. Okay? What we've done here is we've brought that back up now. The remainder of the water that's left in there, we're going to heat up to 81 degrees. And when it's at 81 degrees, we're going to ship it like we ship this through to the other side into our hot liquor tank. And then that at 81 degrees is what we're going to use later to sparge on top of there. Because we need this completely empty for the beer to start, well, the wort, not the beer, not yet, for the wort to start going into. Okay? Right. So, now we clean up and we start to sort your hops out.
So he's just finished mashing in all his